All right, boys and girls, go ahead and open up to page 395. We're going to be doing a quick lesson on some polygons and their angles today, okay? So, we're going to be using this set of polygons to answer questions 1 through 5, all right? So, question 1 says, which figures have one or more acute angles? Now, as a review, what is an acute angle? Remember, it's a small acute angle. So it's going to be smaller than 90 degrees. So remember 90 degrees was like that L-shaped angle with a box in it. It has perpendicular lines. That is a 90-degree angle. It's like a square, okay? So anything that is smaller than that, anything that's going to be smaller is going to be an acute angle. So which figures have one or more acute angles? Does figure A have an acute angle? No, it looks like it has all 4 90-degree angles. What about B? Yeah, B. So I'm gonna get some pens right here. And acute, I'm gonna do purple. Obtuse, I'm going to do red. And right angles, I'm gonna do black. Okay, so acute angles, let's show acute angles with purple. I have an acute angle right here. I also have another acute angle right there. This right here, though, doesn't look acute. It looks obtuse. So it looks like B, figure B, has an acute angle. What else? It looks like, oh, C has 3 acute angles. That makes it an acute triangle, right? So C, figure C, has acute angles in it. D looks like it has 2 acute angles right here. These angles right here are not acute, they are obtuse. But figure D does have at least 1 acute angle, so we'll include it in there. E, it looks like E has 1 right angle right there. It's a right triangle, but it also has 2 acute angles. So figure E has 2 acute angles. F, it looks like it has an acute angle here and an acute angle right here. So figure F. Figure G has 2 90-degree angles, obtuse, and here's the acute angle right here. So yeah, even figure G has an acute angle. What about H? This looks like an acute angle, and this looks like an acute angle, less than 90 degrees. So we'll say H. So which figures have 1 or more acute angles? B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So all of them except for A, really, okay? Now, for number 2, it's asking for right angles. So I'm going to represent my right angles with my black pen. Which figures have 1 or more right angles? Well, figure A, obviously, right? Because it has a right angle right here, 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 and here. So figure A has right angles. Figure B does not have any right angles. C does not. D does not. E has a right angle. F does not. G has 2 right angles right there, okay? And H does not have any right angles. So figures A, E, and G have right angles, okay? Now number 3, which figures have 1 or more obtuse angle? Okay, now we're looking for obtuse. So it looks like we've already done A, has all 90-degree angles, right angles. B looks like it has an obtuse angle right there, obtuse. So I'm gonna write B. C has all acute angles. D has 2 obtuse angles right there. So I'm gonna include D right here. E looks like it has a 90-degree and 2 acute. That's a right triangle. So no on that. F, though, has 2 obtuse angles right there. So I'm going to include F here. B, D, and F. And G is misleading because it looks like, oh, we're done. No, there's an angle right here that is an obtuse angle. So G is a figure that also has an obtuse, and H has 2 obtuse angles right here. Okay? So which figures have 1 or more obtuse angles? B, D, F, G, and H. Okay. Which figures have both acute angles and right angles? So I'm going to do that in my acute color. Which figures have both acute and right? So let's see, that has only right. That has acute and obtuse. We're looking for acute and right. That has only acute. That has acute and obtuse. Here we go. Which figures have both acute angles and right angles? E has acute and a right angle. So we're going to go ahead and put E. Figure E has a right angle and 2 acute angles. Are there any other figures that have acute angles and right angles? G. Look, it has 2 right angles and an acute angle. So we're going to put G. E and G. Now, which figures have both acute angles and obtuse angles? Acute and obtuse. So we're looking for purple and red. It looks like B has acute and obtuse. It looks like D has acute and obtuse. Looks like F has acute and obtuse. It looks like G has an acute and an obtuse. And it looks like H has acute and obtuse. Okay. So figures B, D, F, G, and H have both acute angles and obtuse angles. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next page. And we're going to use these polygons so we're going to use this set of polygons to answer 6 through 10. Okay. So now I think we're going to focus. So on this page we focused on angles. Now we're going to really be focusing on sides or the lines. Okay. So which figures have perpendicular sides? So it looks like, you see how A has a line here and a perpendicular side like that, which makes a 90-degree angle. Anything that makes a 90-degree angle is exactly perpendicular. Okay, so figure A has perpendicular sides. It has square sides. Okay, so A has perpendicular sides. It goes vertical and horizontal. Okay. B doesn't look like it's exactly perpendicular. It has to be exactly 90 degrees. It has to make a 90-degree angle to be exactly perpendicular, okay? So B doesn't have perpendicular, C doesn't, D doesn't, E has a right angle. So therefore, E actually does have perpendicular lines. So we're gonna add E here because we have a line here and a line going exactly perpendicular to it, okay? F, no, because they're slanted. It's like a slanted line. G has 90-degree angles, so we do have perpendicular lines on G. Anytime you really see a 90-degree angle, that's gonna be perpendicular sides, okay? All right, so which figures have exactly one pair of opposite sides parallel? So we're looking for parallel sides now. So perpendicular is when they cross vertically and horizontally exactly into a 90-degree angle. Now when a pair of sides is parallel, I want you to remember the word parallel itself. It has these 2 L's. That is exactly what parallel lines look like. They are like this, and if they kept going on forever, they would be the same space apart and they would never touch. They would never intersect like this. Oops, oh, they hit each other. The lines would never hit each other, or well, that's what we call intersect. Okay, so which figures have sides that are parallel? Well, A, do you see this side right here? This top is parallel to the bottom. It also has parallel sides. So figure A has parallel sides. B looks like it doesn't typically triangles won't have parallel sides. Oh, this one is not a triangle. This is a trapezoid here, and it does have these two parallel sides. So figure D. E, no, it doesn't have parallel sides. F does. It has actually this set of parallel sides and this set of parallel sides. It has two sets of parallel sides. So we're going to put figure F. G, it looks like it has one set of parallel sides. This side and this side are parallel. Okay? And H, I have to look at H really carefully because it looks kind of off somehow. But I think this side and this side are parallel. Okay? I think the other side is just a bit off. So I'm going to add figure H. So which figures have two pairs of opposite sides parallel? Okay, so we're looking for two pairs of opposite sides parallel. So we already marked those. A has two sides. These two are parallel and these two are parallel, so it has two pairs of opposite sides parallel, right? Oh, so, okay, number 7. The question was, which figures have exactly one pair? So we should actually cross off A because it doesn't have one pair, it has two pairs of parallel sides. And so does F, okay? So we'll save those for number 8. A and F have two pairs of parallel sides, okay? Number 9, which figures have both parallel and perpendicular sides? Well, it looks like A has parallel and perpendicular. And I think G has parallel and perpendicular. So we'll put A and G. Which figures have no parallel or perpendicular sides? Well, we'd have to say B and C, right? They're the only ones not marked. B and C, okay? And then that is it for the work that we're going to be doing today in our student activity book. This page is actually really cool, and if you want, you can cut these out. You can cut along the dashed lines, and you can sort these polygons. The way you can sort them is, if you look over a few pages this way, where is it? There's a cool diagram. It's on page 384, if you want to turn there. You can sort the quadrilaterals based off of their sides here. And if we go back, so you can sort the quadrilaterals. You can also sort, so that's a quadrilateral, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a quadrilateral. All the four-sided figures are going to be quadrilaterals. You can also sort the triangles. We've learned about this type of triangle that has a right angle, so therefore it would be a right triangle, okay? Kind of cool stuff, okay? And then we will worry about the next chapter or the next lesson, I guess, on Monday. So go ahead and go on Mastery Connect. The link is on the Google slide for today, and do the quick quiz to see how you're doing. Good luck.